welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about certain things that really matter, and they are 10 in number. 5, 10. Okay, so the number one thing is writing thank you notes. When people are good to you, when people extend their hand of generosity, please appreciate by writing a thank you note. It's a great habit that I want everyone to adopt and constantly do, because it tells the giver of that gift or the shower of that kindness that you really appreciate what they have done for you. The second thing on my list that really matter is learning and using people's names. You never know. You might meet this person sometime in the future, and if you are able to remember their name, it's amazing, it's brilliant. There is someone who I've known for a while, and the person kept spelling my surname wrongly, and that grates on my nerves. I don't like it, okay? So if you're unsure, ask. But it is so good to learn people's name and use it, because it shows that you took the time to learn their name. The third thing on my list of 10 things that matter is showing up on time. I have an issue with this one. I am not one of those that do African time or worse off, Nigerian time. I do time, okay? If the time says 3 p.m., be there 3 p.m. If you have an appointment with me for 3 p.m. and I'm there and you are not there, it would take a lot of patience and grace to stay and wait for you. I have zero tolerance for lateness. I can't stand it. For the life of me, you gave me an appointment for 3. Please be there for 3. Now, there are exceptions to this rule, okay? If you have an emergency, it's fine. Nothing stops you from sending a text message or calling and letting the person know that you are in a bit of a mess or a situation, so you are going to not show up on time. But if you are in no way facing any challenge and you've just made it a habit to just be late, I will not tolerate that. No one should tolerate that. Nobody likes being kept waiting. Fourth thing on my list is learning the art of listening. We are in an age where everyone just wants to talk. For the life of me, keep quiet and listen, okay? Listen, the person you are talking to has an opinion too. Don't keep shutting that person down. Exercise restraint and allow the person you're communicating with to also talk. And when they are talking, please listen. Be patient enough to listen so that they can air their burdens out or their opinions. I think the art of listening is almost going extinct. It shouldn't be so. Listening is not just listening to reply, but it's listening empathically. We are listening to the person in all forms of listening, what is being said and what is not being said. So the next thing on my list that really matter, admitting that you are wrong. This really matters, okay? I've had situations where people tell me, can you imagine, she did this and she didn't even think that it was wrong and it really hurts. Please don't do that. You're going to kill your relationship. One of the ways you can nourish a relationship is admitting that you're wrong in whatever situation it is, okay? If someone has said this is the way and you're insisting that no, it's the highway, please retrace your step, be very considerate, look at it critically, zoom into the matter, and tell yourself the truth. Oh my goodness, I am wrong. And admit it, okay? Don't just say I am wrong internally. Say it verbally. It takes humility to do this. So let's move on to the next thing on the list that really matter. Random acts of kindness. Be good to people. You don't have to plan kindness, no. You could be kind with a smile. You could be kind with sharing something that you have with the next person, especially when the person doesn't even expect that act of kindness. You could pay for someone's food if you're in the restaurant. You could pay for someone's transport fare if you're in the bus. And when you are kind to someone, you are influencing that person. That person is like, wow, someone was kind to me. So when there is an opportunity to be kind to someone else, I will be kind. I will tell you a story of an act of kindness that was done towards me. I went to this supermarket. A lot of people know it, Next Cash and Carry. And I went to buy me a blender for my smoothies. And I was at the back of this man who was paying for his items, but I couldn't carry it, so I put it on the table on the right side, not close to his items. And unfortunately, the person at the payment point assumed that my item was for the guy in front of me, so she added it to his bill. And when I came forward to make my payment and I said, yeah, the blender, she was like, no. Honest to goodness, I didn't know when that happened. I was slightly not present. I was just, thinking about something and waiting for her to finish with the guy in front of me. And this guy realized what had happened, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Could you just send me your account details and I'll transfer the money to you? And guess what? He said it's okay. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, really? Honest to goodness, I can take care of this. Please just let me refund you. Let me give you back this money. It's not your fault. It's her fault, and I am here. I'm not going to run away. I will do the honorable thing and give you back your money. And he kept insisting, it's okay. Just be sure that when an opportunity like this presents itself, you are kind to the next person. The seventh thing is being a mentor. You learn something valuable, and then you're in the midst of people who are learning the same thing, but you are well advanced. Please be a mentor to this person. Not only are you being an instrument to better someone else's life, you are also bettering your life. We've heard it said that when you teach what you learn, you are grounded in that thing. It's rewarding. And when you see this person you have mentored doing so well, it gives you a sense of fulfillment, doesn't it? So please, being a mentor really matters. Don't keep all the knowledge to yourself. It's selfish when you do that. Be a mentor. Be a mentor to someone. The eighth thing that matters is learning a new skill. It's year 2020, and probably last year you've been wanting to learn how to write. This is an opportunity. Go online and learn how to do this. There are masterclasses by experts in various fields who are willing to take you through classes of whatever it is that you want to learn. It could be directing, it could be producing, it could be script writing, it could be singing, it could be anything from A to Z. You can't learn it. You don't have to wait for someone to teach you these things. Thanks to the world of internet, everything can be learned online. You just need to Google it. Just Google it, okay? How do I bake a cake? How do I ice a cake? You can learn so much. There are platforms where I have learned skills. It was on the Coursera website and on YouTube. The ninth thing is investing in your future. Where do you see yourself in 10 years, in 20 years, 50 years? Where do you see yourself when you are age 90 or 100 or 120? Do you want to be living where you are? Do you want to keep paying rent? Do you want to move to a smaller place? Do you want to get a bigger place? Do you want to retire back to your country home? Invest in your future. When you know what these things are, then you begin to plan. You begin to set aside money. The final thing on my 10 things that matter is hold the door for someone. And I'm not directing this to the men only, I am directing this to everyone, especially when you go to malls, or you are in a super crowded place, or you're in a queue, you're going into an office, or you're going somewhere and you notice that someone is behind you. Don't shut the door in their face. It is so rude. Be kind enough to hold the door until the person coming behind you comes in, then that person can shut the door. These are my 10 things that really matter. If you have all the things that matter to you, please feel free to drop it in the comment section so that we can learn and grow. I will see you in my next video. Peace and angels.